travelers to Jerusalem were starting to pack up to go home. The crowds from the last week had already thinned significantly, enough to make the tragic events of the last few days seem distant.
Sunday morning had dawned as usual. More people and animals on the streets as those leaving town got an early start, but not like last Sunday. Was it only a week since Jesus had entered Jerusalem, greeted by people praising his name as the next king of Israel?
It was only a week, but also a lifetime ago. Jesus was dead, his body still waiting for a proper preparation before final burial. The disciples were still in hiding, and Jesus' followers had carried their fear and grief in the privacy of their own homes.
Life would go back to the way it was before Jesus became known as a public figure. He wasn't the Messiah they had hoped for, but at least he had kept their hope for the Messiah alive for a few years.
The quiet sadness was palpable, and the steady stream of people leaving Jerusalem that day seemed to carry with them what little energy and life the city had left in it to keep believing and keep going.
But daily life is what gives us the structure and support to get up, face each day, and keep going, especially when we are grieving.
The women who knew Jesus, who had been part of Jesus' life, knew this better than most. It was them who gathered at the tomb with temporary slaves after his death on Friday afternoon to prepare his body for the permanent burial.
With so little time before the beginning of the Sabbath at sundown, it had been their only choice. Perhaps it was a good choice for them as well. The horror of Jesus' death was overwhelming. A few days distance might make their path a little easier. Regardless, the time has come to honor Jesus and what he has meant to them.
We read in Mark 16, "And when the Sabbath was passed, Mary Magdalene and Mary the mother of James and Salome had brought sweet spices, that they might come and anoint him. And very early in the morning, the first day of the week, they came unto the sepulchre at the rising of the sun."
And they said among themselves, "Who shall roll us away the stone from the door of the sepulchre?" And when they looked, they saw that the stone was rolled away, for it was very great. And entering into the sepulchre, they saw a young man sitting on the right side, clothed in a long white garment, and they were affrighted.
And he saith unto them, Be not affrighted. Ye seek Jesus of Nazareth, which was crucified. He is risen, he is not here. Behold the place where they laid him. But go your way, tell his disciples and